Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. You are on another level, and they can't even begin to grasp the concept in which you think, so they gaslight you. People treat you different because you don't think like them. They want you to stay boxed in the matrix and have a mindset like everybody else. But because you stand for your truth and you decided to go on your path of life, they want to have negative things to say about you. And sometimes even to you in a way where it comes off as being low key. They can't just leave you be, and they can't just leave you alone. They always have to have something to say. But it shows their level of maturity, and it shows their level of intelligence. People who may not agree with you don't have to get disagreeable with you. But you will have people who will try to set you up to get into arguments. People who will say things around you to try to get a rouse out of you for your reaction. You're going to have to ignore a lot of people when you don't think the way the world or society wants you to think. They know that there are other ways of thinking and there are other realms of thought, and they'll let other people even think that way. But because it's you, they have to come at you differently. They can't let you think your way because it's something about you and it's something in you that bothers them. You possess a certain energy to where they have to try to control, they have to try to contain it. They don't feel confident and they don't feel comfortable around you being yourself. So they have to try to box you in, and they have to try to make you think the way they do to make them feel comfortable about themselves. They may have things to say about you. They may have names that they call you, but it doesn't matter. Keep being yourself because it's going to take you places. And there are other people who think like you and who feel the same way you do. There are other people who resonate with you. You don't have to force your way on anyone. And on top of that, you stopped forcing your way on people. You found out that talking to people about certain things, telling them about certain things, it didn't work out well for you. People tried to get you out of character. They tried to get you to react to them, tried to get you to be excited. They even tried to force fake you into a fight or argument by having a difference of opinion. Who gets upset once they mature over a difference of opinion? Maybe when you were earlier in your journey and you had that fire going on, you still do, but when you didn't know any better, when somebody would go against a way you felt or something that you said, you might have felt some type of way about it. But as you matured and as you grew, you realized that that wasn't the best thing for you to do. You realized that, wait a minute, I'm not hurt by somebody else's opinion. Other people are able to think the way that they think. But the thing is, they're hurt by the way you think and they're hurt by your opinion because it goes against their every walk of life. And on top of that, your opinion has to do with them. All right. They're aware that they're not living in a way that they should, or they're not treating people a way that they should. They're aware of that. And the fact that you stand for treating people well, or you stand for something righteous, or you stand for something positive, they're going to feel some type of way about that. And they're going to have to gaslight you about that as well. All right. They have to try to make you feel bad about the way that you are and the way that you think to try to get you to revert back to being a person that makes them more comfortable. They don't want you to be outside of the matrix. They don't want you to think outside the box. All right. The things that you talk about, you can't even discuss them with them because they're going to feel some type of way about it and they're going to start to act petty. So you have to realize that you're on another level and they can't begin to grasp the concepts in which you think. You can't talk to everyone. You may now have to be silent a lot of times. You may have to wait until you get around other people who are like spirited, like minded, because talking the way you talk around certain people is going to get you into trouble. All right. The way you believe is going to get you into trouble. And since they don't think the way you think, and since you try to make small talk with them, you try to turn it off, they now even attack you more and have the nerve to say you're not being real, genuine, or authentic. If you talk to them about it, they cause a problem. You don't talk to them, you stay to yourself, you keep your mouth shut because you know you have a difference of opinion. You're not turning off who you are for them. They don't have to turn off who they are for you. So you chose to just keep your distance. I'm going to stay over here since I think different, I speak different, and I think very deeply. I think very deeply. All right, shout out to Rakim. I believe it was Rakim, or I believe it was uh, Big Daddy Kane, one of their songs. I think it was Rakim. Yeah, I think it was Rakim, him and Eric B. Yes, it was. It was Rakim and Eric B, baby. I know my hip hop. I think very deeply. All right. So, because you think very deeply, you think very deeply, and people can't grasp the concepts in which you reach. All right. It makes them upset because they feel some type of way. They feel that you think you're better than them, but it's their ego not being able to accept and be around someone who's more educated. If you were around someone that was more educated, that would be cool to you. You would not be offended by somebody being smarter than you. There's always, there's always someone that knows more than you. And you should definitely not want to be the smartest person in the room. As smart people say, you should get the heck out of that room and go find some smarter people to be around. That way you could learn something new and learn something different. But the type of person you are, you learn something new every day. You're learning something different every day. And the types of conversations that people have are dull, they're draining, they're mundane. All right. And you don't even want to have those kinds of conversations. So you stay away from majority of society. You stay away from a lot of people because you're only as smart, rich, and successful as the people you talk to for no reason. Shout out to 50 Cent for dropping that jewel. His uncle told him. All right. I'm taking it and I'm running with it, but I will give credit every time. All right, you're only as successful, rich, and prosperous as the people that you talk to for no reason. Find some people to talk to that are financially literate. Find some people to talk to that have a business. Find some people to talk to that are doing things you want to do in your life, people who are greater than you. All right, those if you resonate with what if you are able to agree with what I'm saying in this video, then and you're like me, you're going to have to find some people who are like you as well, because people will start trouble with you and make it hard for you to exist once they find out what type of thought process you have or how you view life. If you know that you could become successful, if you know that you could be rich and you're not broke, if you know that you could be healthy and heal yourself, people are going to make it hard for you to live. All right, they're not going to be able to let you live because it's going to be something in them that has to attack something in you. All right, they're going to put you on some type of watch list and you're going to be under some type of spiritual attack. And the more quiet you are, all right, you're already probably an introvert, or you're probably an extrovert introvert or introvert extrovert, which however it goes. All right, you're probably introvertedly extrovert. So you probably stay to yourself already, and majority of the time you're quiet. People are afraid of people who are quiet and stay to themselves. All right, that is another reason why they watch you and keep an eye on you. You probably walk around or drive around or go around wherever you go and probably don't say much to nobody because you know the type of conversations that you want to have and that you have, nobody's going to be interested in. So why waste your time talking to, why waste your time? Why waste your energy? Why cast your pearls among swine just so people could try to get a view, an interview into your mind? If they want to have a conversation with you that's mature, that's not going to leave you feeling like they were playing you afterwards, cool. But majority of people just want to talk to you so they can find things out about you, so they can talk about you behind your back. That's what that majority of people aren't mature enough when you're on this level to deal with you the way you would want people to deal with you. They're just not. All right. And it's no shot at them. It's nothing against other people. They might even still be smarter than you. But the thing is, they just, what the things that you're open minded about, they're closed minded about. A lot of people are closed-minded, and um, they're not going to want to hear what you have to say, and it makes it difficult. So you will have friends. You will be able to find people that are like You're not going to be lonely. You're not going to be alone. You don't have to feel lonely. Do the things that you like to do. Do the things that you're interested in. If you ever feel alone or like no one's there, start doing things that make you feel good about yourself. You won't feel so alone. You'll just look at yourself as being different. And there's nothing wrong with being different. They may call you weird. They may have bad things to say about you, but the weirdest, strangest, craziest seeming people are the most richest, famous, and successful people in society. Not to say you want fame, not to say you even want riches, not to say you even want success. You may just be you and be okay with that. But if you're on this channel, I know you want at least two of those things. All right, you want to be successful, and you definitely want increase in your finances, and you're not going to get that talking to people who can't feel where you're coming from or pick up what you're putting down. All right. So it is what it is. It's no harm, no foul. You don't have to down talk people. You don't have to say that they suck or anything like that, or they're stupid. You don't got to call them no type of names. All right. If they call you names, you don't have to call them names. All right. So when if someone says that you're weird, it's only because you're being authentic and you're not changing for them. People call people weird, and it's usually because you don't fit in and you're not copying everybody else. You're not trying to be what everybody else is trying to be so they could be accepted. You probably are one of those types of people that don't give a damn about people's acceptance or being accepted. You probably be like, I don't want you to accept me anyway. If that, the more you are able to be yourself and comfortable being yourself, it will eradicate people out of your life who aren't supposed to be there in the first place. Because who wants somebody fake around them, faking the funk just to get what they want? All right. So if people can't grasp the concepts that you think, or if people can't conversate with you on your level, it's like, some people, and some people you can only have certain conversations with. All right. So, and you will sense people getting upset and people getting mad. You will sense and you will feel people getting upset because they're going to feel that you're holding back. All right. And it's going to kind of give you a feeling like you kind of have to walk on eggshells, but you're not really walking on eggshells. You're just keeping who you are to yourself to protect yourself. It's like being at work where people may try to get you to talk about politics. It's like being at work where people try to get you to talk about religion. You have your religion, you have your view on life, but work is not the place for it. So if people are trying to get you to talk about these kinds of things, or speak on these kinds of things at work, you shouldn't be talking about them at that job anyway. But of course, because of the internet and things like that, they probably have an idea about the type of person that you are, and it could be a trap. It could be bait. All right. You have to keep certain things to yourself, even if other people know about it. You could still play dumb. You could still, like, a smart person could play dumb, but a dumb person cannot play smart. So when you're around certain people and you feel they may trying to trap you in, or how do you feel about this, or how do you feel about that, it's usually just some type of setup. And people ask you questions like that and they're not your friend and you don't know them already, I wouldn't talk about it. People ask me questions like that at work or at a job, I wouldn't talk about it or bring that up. I keep my energy to myself and how I feel to myself. And there's nothing wrong with that. All right. You're allowed to be your own separate person who does what they like to do and feels how they want to feel without telling anybody any of your business. And if somebody is trying to pressure you to try to get in your business, that person is a snake. That person is a weasel. All right. So don't let them weasel their way into your life. They're only trying to figure out things about you so they can have things to talk about you behind your back. And most likely they're narcissistic. So when you're on another level, all right, people will A, try to bring you down. People will B, try to get you to explain yourself to them, or try to make you make excuses for how you think or who you are. Don't do none of that. Don't make excuses for who you are. Who you are is who you are, and it's nobody else's business. If they choose to not like you for that, they choose to not like you for that. You don't have to feel bad because you have a difference of opinion. If people have a difference of opinion, you don't make them feel bad. So don't allow them to make you feel bad. And another thing, don't allow people to do things to you that you don't do to them. You know what? I wouldn't do that to you, so I'm not gonna let you do that to me. Like, yeah, I don't want you could say, I don't want to talk about that. I don't wish to continue this conversation. If we can't talk about something different, I'm sorry, but I'm going to move on. Or if we can't talk about something different, I apologize, but I have to go. You can set boundaries with people because I'm telling you, they know what they're doing. All right, they know what they're doing, and they kind of know that you know what they're doing. They just want to see how far that they could get with you, and don't let people get far with you like that. People play with you, and people try to play with what you believe in and what you stand for. Don't let people play with you on that level. A lot of, like, you'll be able to sense whether someone is genuine when they're talking to you, or if somebody is just talking to you just to be talking, just to be like, yo, I had a conversation with him and he was talking about that stuff, it was deep. Like, if people really want to talk to you and they're genuine, you'll know. And if not, you'll get a fake feeling, a feeling of fakeness. The spirit of fakeness will overcome. You'll get a sensation of from their spirit of fakeness, and that'll overcome you. And you'll start to get like a cringy feeling. You'll even probably start to make a face like this, like your eyelids will get real small and like close to being shut. You'll probably just be like, yeah, what am I talking about with this person? What is this person saying? So when you feel that, when you realize that, just cut the conversation short, do you, and go off and live your life. All right, you don't need to talk to anybody who doesn't really support you or who doesn't have the same views as you. Not to say you shouldn't, but when they're trying to like be weird about it, don't let people be weird about it like that. Don't let people play with you in a way that you wouldn't play with them. All right. So it's because they cannot grasp the concepts in which you understand. You have a higher level of thinking. All right. You have a mature way about yourself. You don't play with people. A lot of people who play games and who play with people, they're just really immature, and they're just like they find enjoyment, and the things that they find fun are just not the same things that you enjoy, and it's not the same things that you find fun. So you don't have to allow people to force themselves on you, and you don't have to allow yourself to like force these kinds of conversations or friendships. You don't have to feel bad. You could just cut it short, cut it off, and go. All right, you probably used to feel bad, probably used to, well, I don't want to be rude. No, you're not being rude. You're just putting yourself first. And when other people are playing like that, it's not good. You know, you deserve people who are real with you and people who you could be real with. So, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Don't let people play with you and the things that you find interesting or cool. If they do, you need to cut them off. That's a sign that that person's not a real friend. That's a sign that that person is talking about you behind your back. All right. That's a sign that this person is a snake, possibly. And you don't need people like that in your life who will just try to act fake and be around you just to like collect data, collect information. All right, try to just find things out about you, try to figure you out. You don't need that. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button. It's been another DruTube special. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Protect your energy.